In this video, we'll talk about the Mercedes W14 car, why 2023 cars will look different, and why Ferrari CEO wants to be more involved in the 2023 car development. Let's get started. Mercedes Technical Director Mike Elliott has given an insight into the W14 car and the improvements that are being made for the 2023 season. One of the biggest changes on the W13 was the zero side pod design. All of the aerodynamics of the side pods were made much smaller, and they made the cooling air intakes vertical. As the season went on, the team were able to rectify the issues with the porpoising and put themselves in a much more competitive situation. The Mercedes W14 is anticipated to have the same zero side pod design. The team brought the W14 to the virtual test track as early as possible into the winter break to be able to see how well the changes work. It has now been reported that the team are heading into 2023 knowing how to generate porpoising, how to stop it, and above all, how to simulate it using the highly sophisticated tools present in the factory. Red Bull designed the best car in 2022, storming to both championships once they managed to reduce the weight of the RB18 in the early stages of the season. Mercedes have not been shy to admit that they got their design path wrong in 2022 when trying to understand the new regulations, leading Red Bull chief engineer Paul Monahan to expect some radical changes to some cars' appearances next season. He has explained that as the season progressed, the smaller teams are more likely to copy the approach of Red Bull, Ferrari or Mercedes rather than developing in their own direction. With Red Bull seeing their Ventano testing time cut by 10% next year as punishment for the breach of the 2021 cost cap, Monahan and his team will have to be more selective when choosing which car parts to test ahead of the new season as teams try to tackle the minor rule changes that come with the turn of the year. According to a report, Ferrari CEO has had enough of the backseat and wants more involvement alongside Fred Vasseur. The 2022 Formula 1 campaign did not go to plan for Ferrari as the team failed to make the most of a highly competitive F1 75. Red Bull would turn their deficit into championship leads and ultimately titles, molding their RB18 into the dominant car. It was a negative trend for Ferrari, which pushed Mattia Binotto to resign as team principal come the end of the year. But with Vasseur now chosen as his successor, Italian media is reporting that Ferrari CEO will no longer be prepared to take a back seat and wants to take on a more active role alongside Vasseur. Just how hands-on he wants to be with the Scuderia's operations remains to be seen, though it will mark a change from the Binotto era, who from the outside at least appeared to have the freedom and trust to run the team as he saw fit. It is likely that most team bosses would be a little irked if, when they have been brought in to do a job, higher-ups then start getting more frequently involved, but Vasseur seems like the type of character who may not react too kindly to this. Now, if you want to see the latest on Hamilton's new contract with Mercedes, then check out this video.